You know, I've been thinking a lot about this idea of comfort zones lately. We all have them, right? Those little bubbles we create around ourselves, filled with familiar routines, safe choices, and predictable outcomes. It's cozy in there, isn't it? But here's the thing. Life doesn't really happen in those comfort zones. It's outside of them, in that messy, unpredictable, and often uncomfortable space where growth really takes place. So, let's talk about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. First off, let's acknowledge that discomfort is a universal experience. We've all felt it at some point, whether it's stepping into a new job, meeting new people, or even trying a new hobby. That knot in your stomach, the racing heart, the urge to retreat back to what you know. It's all part of the process. But what if I told you that discomfort is actually a sign that you're on the right path? Think about it. Every time you push through that initial unease, you open up a world of possibilities. Let's break it down. Have you ever tried something new, like public speaking, or maybe even just sharing your opinion in a group? The first time can feel like you're standing in front of a firing squad. Your palms get sweaty, your voice trembles, and all you can think about is how much you'd rather be anywhere else. But here's the kicker. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Each time you face that discomfort, you build resilience. You learn about yourself, your capabilities, and believe it or not, you might even discover a passion you never knew you had. Now, I know what you're thinking. But why would I want to feel uncomfortable? It's so much easier to just stay where I am. And you're right. It's easier. But here's the truth. Easy doesn't lead to growth. Easy doesn't challenge you. Easy doesn't teach you resilience. If you're always playing it safe, you're missing out on so many incredible experiences. Let's talk about failure for a second. We all fear it, right? But I'd argue that failure is one of the best teachers out there. When you're willing to step outside your comfort zone, you're also opening yourself up to the possibility of failing. And guess what? That's okay. Every failure is a lesson wrapped in a not-so-great experience. It's uncomfortable, sure, but it's also necessary. Each setback pushes you to reevaluate, to adapt, and to come back stronger. Think of some of the most successful people you know. They didn't get there by playing it safe. They took risks, faced their fears, and embraced discomfort. Whether it's an entrepreneur who launched a startup despite the odds, an artist who shared their work with the world, or a student who dared to challenge the status quo, they all have one thing in common. They got comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, how do we start this journey? First, recognize that discomfort is a part of life. It's not something to avoid, but to embrace. Next, challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone, even in small ways. Maybe it's trying a new food, joining a class, or initiating a conversation with someone you admire. Start small and gradually push your boundaries. And remember, it's okay to feel scared. It's okay to feel uncertain. But don't let that stop you. Use it as fuel. Every time you confront that discomfort, you're building a bridge to a more confident, resilient version of yourself. So, let's make a pact. Let's commit to stepping outside our comfort zones and embracing the discomfort that comes with it. Because on the other side of that discomfort lies growth, opportunity, and a richer, more fulfilling life. Are you ready? Let's do this together.